Welcome back everybody to the magnificent open world of Red Dead Redemption 2. In today's video we're going to be exploring another 10 secrets. However, this is the 11th of these videos and I'd understand if my voice was starting to get rather dull. And whilst I can't fix that completely, I can provide something of a twist. I've teamed up with an excellent content creator named Fizhy Gaming, and we each picked 5 secrets to present to you today. There will be timestamps and a link to Fizhy Gaming's channel in the description, but besides that, please enjoy 10 Red Dead Redemption 2 secrets many players missed, Part 11.
After completing the prologue of the title, the gang find themselves travelling to Horseshoe Overlook, located in the Heartland regions. Not far from camp is the nearby town of Valentine. A town full of mud and morons, as so blatantly put by Hosea Matthews. It's full of simple people living a simple life. Many activities are available in this local town. Drinking at the saloon, playing a hand of poker, or potentially losing some digits during a game of 5-finger fillet. But it seems for some folk that this isn't enough, and they are after a little something extra. If you head to the northern part of town during nightfall, you may find a couple of gentlemen enjoying a little show through the window of a neighbour. Giggling away between themselves, as the player, you can inspect just what they're looking at.
What's so damn funny anyway?
Well, I've been a bad boy again, Mama. A bad, bad boy.
Yes, you have.
Oh, well, don't go easy on me. I need to be taught a lesson. Oh, yeah, that's more like it. Close the drapes. If you tell us so, I swear I'll kill you!
Thank you for the show!
Our next secret takes us to the Tall Trees region of West Elizabeth, where, southwest of Manzanita Post, we can find a location known as Bearclaw Camp. To say this seemingly abandoned old settlement is a touch on the creepy side would be significantly understating things. There are bodies everywhere. Some appear to be full of arrows, whereas others are full of claw marks. Others appear to have had a building dropped on them. It appears to be a rather unfortunate place. But if we take a mooch over to Bearclaw Camp's well, we can actually head down. It's down this well where you will happen upon something truly bizarre. The lighting down here seems a little peculiar, but when you look at Arthur or John's face, what you're met with is a little bit shocking. Your face takes on a ghostly appearance, with your eyes clouding over like that of a dead body's. This occurrence is unique to this well and does not happen in the other ones. To prove this, I visited the well in Compson's stead, and this didn't occur. So if you want to look like a ghost, go to Bearclaw Camp and climb down the well.
There's a pretty sweet Denim Scout jacket that a lot of people have missed within the game, and it's accessible as early as the Horseshoe Overlook chapter. In order to obtain this, there's a couple of steps you need to take. Firstly, your health core needs to be low, right in the red zone, otherwise this will not trigger. Following this, if you hang around Simon Pearson's cooking station at the gang's camp, usually around midday, he can be found drinking behind his table.
You look a little peaky.
Peaky?
Peaky? Tell you what, you find me a rabbit and I'll make you my special soup. Put the hair on your chest, get you feeling perfect.
After hunting a rabbit and delivering it to Pearson, as you would donate any other provisions, he will reward you with this rare scout jacket, which you can find within your wardrobe.
Today's 4th secret requires us to get nice and delightfully muddy. So,
shit.
So now that we're nice and positively filthy, we simply need to return to camp, where Susan Grimshaw will not be happy with that.
Mr. Morgan, you're quite a sight.
What's wrong?
You're revolting, and you'll get all of us sick. Come with me.
Can I lick your plate when you're done?
I'm sort of busy right now.
I wasn't asking. I'm telling. My camp, my rules. Come on. Get. Shut up.
Hey, here's some money for your troubles.
Why, thank you, kind sir.
So if you've got a thing for being forcibly washed by middle-aged women, Red Dead's got you covered.
A cabin located in Big Valley, West Elizabeth, is the home to one Francis Sinclair, a peculiar gentleman who talks, dresses, and acts as if he's been plucked from a different century entirely. After a bizarre conversation with Mr. Sinclair, the player is tasked with tracking down the locations of 10 separate rock carvings, although the reasons are unclear to us at this time. Finding all 10 and mailing their locations to the home in Big Valley, the player will receive an invitation to the Sinclair home with the instructions to come quickly as he'll be leaving very shortly. When we do so, the following short scene will occur.
Oh, hello? Can I help you?
Oh, I'm sorry for intruding. Mrs. Sinclair?
Yes? How did you know?
I'm looking for your husband.
My husband?
Yeah.
He's dead. He's been dead since just before Francis was born 1 year ago.
Your husband, Francis, is dead?
No, this is Francis. My husband, Tom, is dead.
I'm a little confused.
Yes, I think you are. What was your name?
That's not important. Excuse me.
Leaving confused, it would be apparent that Francis Sinclair is indeed a time traveller of sorts. Or does it? Using a spawn mod, giving us the ability to inspect a model of baby Francis. If we closely inspect the figure, we can see that around the back of his neck is in fact a label reading Maltzman and Company. If you head to the south of Saint-Denis, almost opposite the Fontana Theatre, players will come across a toy store of the very same name. The baby we saw back at the cabin was nothing more than a child's toy doll. Was Francis Sinclair truly a time traveller, or in fact a fraud of some kind?
For our next secret, we're heading into Big Valley, north of Owenjila, where we may happen upon a native burial site. This location is made interesting because some strange things happen when you interfere with it. For the most part, say if you shoot a totem or something, you will lose honour. But if you set the place alight, it will suddenly start raining. The rain will persist until the flames have been extinguished, and then they will simply, rather abruptly, cease. It seems this site is protected by a higher power, as the gods have made it rain simply so that you can't burn it down.
In the Chola Springs region of New Austin, players may come across a small piece of farmland, currently occupied by a few members of the ruthless Del Lobo gang. Upon approaching, we can see that one of the gentlemen, in an intoxicated manner, feels the need to relieve himself at the nearby outhouse. After confronting the drunken Del Lobo, startled by your presence, he pulls out his sidearm, ensuing a gun battle, which ends with all 3 members of the gang dead. If players choose to keep their distance and allow him to return to the home, they will notice that just minutes later, a lady emerges, sneaking away before escaping the property on horseback. You can choose to head inside the home and deal with the sleeping foes before helping yourself to some cash that's on the table. But what remains a mystery is just who was this lady, that had fled the establishment only moments earlier. With the aid of a little camera trickery, we are able to piece together the events that transpired right before the female left.
When inspecting the Adler Ranch barn during the prologue to Red Dead Redemption 2, you will be jumped by an O'Driscoll. Upon getting the better of this man, you can choose whether you will spare or kill him. If you kill him, that's the end of it, but if you spare him, he will later appear at the O'Driscoll camp in the mountains bragging about his run-in with the Vandalin gang.
Yeah, I showed that bastard. Left him in the dirt and walked away.
You sure it was Dutch's boys?
Yeah, saw him with my own two eyes.
So why'd they let you go? I wouldn't have done.
Fella didn't have much choice, was picking his teeth off the floor.
And you didn't tell him nothing?
Not a word. I'm freezing.
Oh, at least the snow eased off a bit.
This train can't come soon enough.
So yeah, he gives a rather inaccurate account of what happened to make himself seem big, and then we can kill him.
In the final chapter of the game, after John's arrest during the heist on the Lemoyne National Bank in Saint-Denis, Abigail Roberts begs both for Arthur and Sadie to break him out. Meeting with the girls at the Copperhead Landing dock, Arthur sets out on a rowing boat with Sadie Adler in tow. After a short journey across to the Sisika Penitentiary, the pair must quickly come up with a plan. Spotting a guard in a watchtower near the edge of the island's waters, Arthur is tasked with taking him out and using a long-scoped rifle in hopes of finding John somewhere out in the fields. Something players may have missed in this very mission is what happens to the prisoners who are on today's work duty roster. Taking care of the guard from afar, you will see that the team of prisoners splits into two separate directions. One group runs back to the prison gate to hide under the safety of the armed guards, whilst the others head towards the waters, seeking their opportunity to escape, hiding in the marshlands, searching for a way off the island.
The Downs family are pivotal to the tragedy of Arthur Morgan. It's here, beating Thomas Downs to death over a debt, where Arthur contracted the fatal tuberculosis. After ruining this family's lives, we can later find Edith Downs selling her body in Saint-Denis, and then later in Annesburg, where we can then aid the family get out of the cycle of poverty where we placed them. In the credits after the epilogue, we learn that by 1907 the Downs family appear to be much wealthier than they were before. And according to an article, we can learn that the Downs family had become wealthy business people, running several successful businesses out west, including opening a brand new golf course. It's not really intended as a payoff, but it's nice to know the surviving Downs family didn't have to suffer for eternity. And that brings us nicely to the end of today's video. Special thanks to Phil for hopping on this channel and helping me out. He did the heavy lifting really, so follow the link in the description, go and subscribe to his channel because he absolutely 100% deserves it. But yes, thank you all for watching. We really hope that you've enjoyed And if you did indeed enjoy, be sure to familiarise yourself with the like button because we massively appreciate it. And with any luck, I'll be seeing you all very soon with another video at some point, and hopefully so will Phil. So, go and subscribe, you know you want to. Take care everyone, goodbye.